especially in the second half, and we all on the same page with that. We watched film yesterday, and we're just happy now we're over 500 in the league, and we're so excited to play the next game and just keep winning, hopefully. So, yeah, I think we're feeling pretty good.
Following up on feelings and vibes, like how are you feeling health-wise, both physically and also with the knee as well too?
I'm feeling good. Obviously, haven't done anything in a while, and just jumping back just straight to games and practices and stuff is really hard, especially for conditioning-wise, and bodies just haven't done anything. So, trying to get there. Hopefully, feeling pretty good right now, and my knee-wise, I'm feeling good. Obviously, 2 weeks off kind of helped a little bit to get off load with my knee, and yeah, just overall just feeling great and really excited for the next game. So.
Did you feel like you just kind of hit the ground running, getting back in the lineup, or was there a little bit of a filling out process in early on in that game for you?
Yeah, I was surprised I'm started against Kansas State. Not gonna lie, I feel like Foos he's been playing really good. I feel like coach just wanted to manage minutes, and the best way was for me to start and see how I feel. But yeah, I just hit a little bit of ground level starting this Kansas State game. I was really tired and a little gassed, but I feel like each game I'm just getting better. And UCF game I was a little better, and hopefully next game I'll be better. I'm just doing conditioning with Wiz every morning and trying to just stay back in shape. So, yeah.
Evaluate your performance just coming back from not having played basketball and just the impact you were able to make with the team the last 2 games.
Yeah, I feel like I've been just trying to do my job, and I really had no expectations of myself to be able to do them, not gonna lie to you. I felt like I would be pretty tired. I kept telling coach, like, are you sure you want to start me? And I'm feeling really tired right now. And he's like, yeah, like, I believe in you. I feel like the guys did a really good job helping me, especially defensively, and talking to me like, if you're tired, just let us know. We get your back, especially like big guys like Foos and Noah and Atiki, just be able to have this support back. So it's just pretty cool. But yeah, I feel like I just try to do my job, and yeah, just trying to play basketball. So hopefully I can just keep getting better and better every game. So.
Looking at the Oklahoma State matchup, what are your thoughts on the challenge of facing this Garrison guy, 6'11" center freshman? Seems like he's been pretty highly touted. Your thoughts on the challenges he poses?
Yeah, I really watched film on him the first time yesterday, and didn't really know he's a high recruit from high school. And I mean, he's a really talented, really good kid, long, athletic, and I feel like we've been facing them all year. Just long, athletic kids in the Big 12, and especially being a freshman, he's been playing really well. Yeah, just try to keep him off the glass and not try and get dunked on. That's my plan. And yeah, I'm just really excited. I don't really care who I play every game, to be honest, and just try to win and help my team win. So.
It seems like this league is a league full of home court advantages. You guys obviously got a really good home court advantage. A lot of teams in the league do, like, it's hard to win on the road.
Yeah.
What is it about the Big 12 that's been so hard, kind of going on the road, getting good results and that kind of thing? Like, is it just the travel, or is there something about the crowds that's like a lot more magical? Or
it's crazy, right? Like seeing Kansas losing by 30 to Texas Tech on the road is just. Or the Big 12 is really hard to win in general, even at home. Like you guys saw us on Tuesday, and sometimes obviously the home court advantage with the fans, like the Texas Tech game, for example, like they had a great crowd, and obviously that affected a little bit. Once they hit a couple of shots, you feel like they get in rhythm with their fans getting excited. But yeah, I have no clue. Just every team try to win, and obviously when you're at home, you don't want to lose. And I hate when I lose here in the Marriott Center. Like these 2 games we lost, I hate seeing the fans leaving and stuff. So probably other teams feel that as well, and they try so hard just not to lose. Even if they're having a bad season, I feel like they always play good at home. But yeah, it's just crazy. The Big 12 is just the best league in the country, and obviously playing on the road it's really hard to win on the road. But yeah.
Ali, do you feel that the double-digit leads in the second half are hard to hold on to just because it is the Big 12, or are there things that you feel like as a team you can do to help to fix that a little bit?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of both. It's obviously the Big 12, there's a lot of great teams that even if you're down double digits, even it happened with us against Houston, for example, we came back in 2 minutes. So obviously the Big 12 is a really good league with really good players, and being down 15, 17 isn't really nothing. But I feel like we just need to be more of, like Coach says, more of us. Like just to be able to play like us, play fearless, and not be scared to lose like we play in the first half, and just see the result. I feel like we just need to be focusing on the little things and stop thinking about the bigger picture, about winning. We're just thinking about blocking out or rebounding or going to offensive glass and running back on defense, getting stops and stuff like that. I think that's where we need to get better at, just to be able to focus on the little stuff when stuff gets hard and be able to stick together. And I feel like in the UCF game, obviously they came back this last couple of minutes, but I feel like we really stayed together, and that showed growth on us, because normally like we wouldn't really hold that lead, and now it's like showing that the coaches did a good job preparing us, and we really stuck together and we stayed together just to be able to play defense and get some stops and stuff like that. So
Coach Pope said in the past that eventually he'd like to see you and Foose get a chance on the floor together. If that day ever comes, do you feel like you guys' styles could work on the floor together, you and Foose?
yeah, I feel like obviously I think the most concerning part will be defensively. He'll be able to guard because normally in the Big 12 they have really 4 guards and a 5-man. So like we play, obviously Noah, I count as a guard obviously, but yeah, I would love to play with Foose. I never really experienced to play with another big, like a big man. I feel like it will work. I can shoot and he can play inside, and we can really play together, and rebounding wise it would be great. And obviously it's coach's decision at the end. I don't see it happening, to be honest, because we really, this 1-2 punch we have right now, like me starting and then Foose coming off the bench, or him starting and coming off the bench, and teams don't know how to scout both of us at the same time. I feel like it's really working, and I don't see it really happening soon, but hopefully in the future we can see me and Foose play together. That'll be fun. So.
Two more questions. What are teams doing defensively to slow you guys down for the three-point line, and how do you attack that?
I feel like they've been top blocking our guards a lot, and they've been pressuring us bigs a lot, especially me. Just I can't really find open. Like this UCF game was just different. Just Diallo was so big, and he was like hugging me every possession, and I couldn't really find anybody open. But I feel like they've been trying so hard for us not to shoot the ball. We've been getting layups, so it's kind of really working that we have this reputation of shooting threes a lot and try to get over 33s a game, like Coach says. Just the way they're guarding our guards really is just, they're not really helping off them, and they're trying to guard each person one-on-one. They're not really helping each other, and there's no weak side. They're always stuck with their man, and that's only happening against us in this kind. I feel like in this conference, just they're not trying to get us to get threes. And I mean, we're attacking the rim pretty well. We got on the free throw line last game, and I feel like we'll be answering the bell well with that, the way they've been guarding us. So.
Last question.
How motivating is it for you, Ali, to this chase for the NCAA tournament? I mean, you've never experienced that. Like, how big of a motivating factor is it for you, and kind of continuing to get better with this team?
Yeah, it's big. Obviously, like I came here to win, first of all, and we've been doing a lot of that. And I always wanted the experience to go to March Madness and NCAA Tournament, and it's really motivating right now. I feel like we're just right there, like we're right there to make it, and it's really exciting for me. I just want to go play and compete at the highest level against the best teams in the country, and go deep in the tournament hopefully and make a run and stuff like that. So I've always been watching people on TV do it. At this time in March, whenever I was in Charlotte, we lost in the first round. I was just watching them play. Now I feel like I have the chance to experience it, so it's really motivating for me, and I'm really excited. Hopefully we can make it, so it'll be fun.
All right, guys. Thanks, Ali.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ali. Sorry, Prince Ali. We're bringing that one back, right?
He's King Ali, guys.
King Ali at this point? Oh, I like that.
Egyptian magician. Comes back after 17 quarters along and down 6 assists.
Over there. Oh, they're over there. Jay's like, come
You
on,
should have
man.
known the cookies fell to beat in Spain, bro. You should have known.
I didn't move them.
He said I didn't move. So let me defend myself real quick.
Tyson did. But I'll eat them.
That's right.
You know I had an eye on them.
Oh, I know you did. Absolutely. You and me both.
They weren't sneaking out of here.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna grab my cookie now. Actually, grab my cookie.
I don't know.
good? How you doing?
Halftime snack.
Oh, yeah, I went to go today.
I thought they'd be a reward for finishing our interviews.
I'll take one at the end too then.
Who says you gotta be healthy just one, right?
As you read that.
Oh, it's not even like that, it's not even like that.
Yeah.
I just got a lot of shoes. Just put on like.
I
I know. Those are the
Oh, they gave Jackson.
Yeah,
Are those the Max ones?
Yeah, let me have that one.
I don't know, yeah.
He wanted that access right now, he wouldn't get it.
A little way back in the day, I started, like, this is back in the early 2000s, I feel like, the first day of BYU football practice, like, the equipment handler, I wanted to send photography.
talking about-
The first year we did it, I thought it was really cool, like,
You're talking about-
make sure we
Huh?
went to, like, no.
No, we looked
And
at
then
the
they
ones
shot
outside.
photos.
I've been asking to talk to.
Turner Valentine.
Borky, more than your president, Shane. I've been asking for years.
Yeah.
And found it, not even, no chance. And all of a sudden, they just, some outsider,
Yeah.
and they just let it roll up there.
Yeah,
You know,
it's frustrating. Or the fact that we could not ever talk to anybody.
I know, there's gonna be,
Like, why?
We gotta get the FaceTime in, before we go to practice.
Wasn't it? Yeah. I wanted to ask him questions or something.
They had a fire in
No,
it.
sure, he's actually, he was on Ben's show a few weeks ago.
Hanging out,
Right?
Awesome.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Coach, they gotta get, NCAA basketball now, so we can play with Prince Ali, in LA now.
I like that. Oh, all right. Oh, Avery's been unsatisfied with my performance. She's basically about to fire me.
She's watched the film.
She's like, we got to get a new coach in here, man, because this dude's not getting it done. He's not doing it. Hit me, guys.
All right, Mark. Jerome Tang said something interesting after the game last week. He said, it doesn't matter how big of a lead they have, meaning you guys, they're going to let you back in the game.
Yeah.
Is there a built-in sort of ebb and flow with the kind of offense that you're running and the kind of style you're trying to play, where you have to kind of expect that and then figure out ways to get through it?
I think we're going to stay aggressive. So, I guess a simple kind of cliche deal would be like, we're not going to spend a lot of time playing prevent defense, to go Super Bowl. Like, we want to go play. And so we want to get a lot of possessions, and so a lot of possessions there can be more variability. We want to use all the space on the floor, and so using all the space on the floor there can be more variability. So in that sense, yes. But that's a way that we're really committed to playing. It's been super successful for us, so we're going to kind of keep going that way. I actually don't know how to dig way deeper into it than that, about how our style of play fits into that. But we're actually, if that is a contributor, I'm actually trying to push deeper into that. Like, I'd like to be more committed to staying assertive on the floor all the time. We trust that actually a lot.
It was crazy, though. I mean, they were 6 for 22 from 3, and 4 of those came in the last minute.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of a crazy ending anyway. So maybe each
Yeah.
team's a little different.
I think so. It's interesting when you, one of the things that we remind ourselves all the time, because we are a deep dive analytics team, like our NBA counterpoints really start kind of like trusting the numbers about the All-Star break, about 40 plus games in, and those are longer games with more possessions, and our season is over at that point. And so we're kind of taking it for what we can. We recognize the anomalies that happen in the game all the time, and differentiating between anomalies and trends gets more complicated when you have a really small sample size. It just gets less trustworthy. And so, we're digging into all the sides of everything we're seeing and trying to pick and choose the data that we think probably has some staying power versus the data that's a little anomalous is complicated. Certainly with UCF, I do think there's a space to think that, that doesn't happen every day. I think that might stay in an anomaly category, but there are takeaways for us. There's certainly things that we can learn about the last minute. We spent a lot of time talking about how we would approach slowing down the charge, kind of late game where it's just like you have to play with reckless abandon because you're down and you're just desperation trying. I'd never want to model a whole defensive package in that scenario because it just doesn't happen all the time. But certainly we've spent some time considering that and also considering, how we approach the offensive side of the ball in those situations, although I thought we were really good in that sense. But, yeah, I mean, that's all, you kind of go down the rabbit hole with all those things to try and figure them out, and it's what makes it fun.
With the way your offense has had to evolve,
Yeah.
reinvent itself, with all these different ways to win, like you said the other night with free throws.
Yeah.
Is that sustainable? Can you keep doing that till the end of the season and keep winning?
I think it's probably necessary. I would probably look at it through different glasses, right? I would probably say that in this league, it's probably necessary that you're pretty adaptable to kind of grabbing onto the circumstances of the game. One of the things that's interesting about the way we play is that we're different than everybody in this league, the way we approach the game. And so what we're seeing offensively and defensively is that our scouts end up being super, like we spend more time guessing because you look at how a team's guarded the last 5 games, they're going to approach us differently defensively. And you look at a team's attacked offensively, sometimes they're actually attacking us different offensively than what we see on film all the time because we're kind of like out there a little bit hyperbolic by design. And so, I think for us, that just increases the requirement for adaptability. We used to walk into a game for just on a simple level. Like we have a good sense of how they guard ball screens, for example. And then the film has lied to us a bunch this year. And so one of the nice things is having a little bit more veteran team. Is our guys are pretty adaptable through the course of the game, and so long answer to your question. I think we're going to have to be really malleable as we go through this, especially as we start seeing these teams for a second time, where they've kind of got one look at us and now they're getting a second shot at how we do it different. And it's really fun in this league to kind of look at coaches' answers and see where they want to take their team because it's these are great coaches in this league. It's been super fun.
Do you envision that being something, an identity of your program beyond this year, like big picture, like being the team that's just kind of a completely different style than everyone else?
I like it. I actually dig it. I think it. I don't know if it's good, but I think it makes it so fascinating. Like this we're winding our way through this conference season. Every game is so fascinating to me. It's so fascinating to see how teams come out at the beginning of the game and how they adjust throughout the game. And I don't know. I like living on the edges because it just pushes everybody to be a little bit more creative and a little bit more decisive in what they're trying to do. It's fun.
I wanted to ask you about this week's opponent. Oklahoma State's got a big Garrison freshman.
Yeah.
Where does he stack up? I mean, you're
Yeah.
talking about big, man.
Yeah.
Where does he stack up in the hierarchy of these Big 12 bigs?
I think he's really special. He's really special. His ability to protect the rim, his ability to run the floor, his ability to kind of change coverages defensively and guard multiple positions. His touch around the rim is actually pretty special, out to 15, 17 feet. He's got a good sense. Sometimes if you take bigs out of the post where they can feel a body and you start to put them in the high post or in the middle of a zone or in a short roll where they don't have that contact, especially young bigs, sometimes they get really uncomfortable. He doesn't. He's just like, yep, I'm good. He's got a calmness about him. I think he's really, really impressive. And I think they got a rising star in their hands. I think he's going to be really special.
Second game now, a lineup switch, I believe. How are you liking the combination of Jackson and Foose off the bench?
I like it. We probably end up changing 10 more times before the end of the season, but let's hope we play that many games. I like it. Our guys, it's been nice that I have to believe we started more different lineups than any team in the Big 12. Is that possible? Tice.
You're up there.
Yeah, I'm testing him every press conference, and and what's been nice for us is it's been relatively seamless. It's involved a lot of stress and duress on our side, but the guys' performance has been really good, and so I think that's a good fit. I think our guys like it. I think they're happy with it, and so, like I said, I'd expect probably changes as we move forward, just because the game requires it. But I think it's been solid for us.
Leah touched on that as well in the interview before. He had said that's what makes this team so difficult to scout.
Yep.
He could start, Foose could scout.
Yep.
Why is this team so difficult to scout? Because
Yep.
Reggie Saunders could be in the starting lineup.
Yep. Yeah, and so that in that sense, our misfortune has been our blessing too, right? And hopefully it'll pay dividends as we go through the season. You'd like to argue that since we've had so many changes that the guys are accustomed to it, and so as they come in the future, we'll be ready to go. But we have to prove that. We have to prove that it has any value, and hopefully we'll be able to do that.
How's just want to see. I know it's a personal deal for him, but how's Marcus Adams doing? If there's an update you can give, maybe
Yeah.
just how he's going through his situation right now.
Yeah, as you can imagine. I mean, there's no words, right? It's just brutal. But he's with his mom and his brother, and they have a close circle of support people around him, and it's hard to say more than that, just in the sense of like, how do you describe a tragedy like that? So it just is. It is what it is. He's planning to get back here soon. They're trying to take care of a couple of things through the end of this week, and then it'll be kind of bouncing back and forth as need be.
You've played trade quite a
Yeah.
10 minutes the last 2 years. What does he bring? What do you like? What have you seen from him that's changed you guys a little bit?
Yeah, he's bringing terrific energy. He's bringing a real positivity this game is an energy game. Like, the game kind of feeds off energy, and I think he's been great that way. He has a capacity to cover a lot of ground on the floor, which really helps us. He still has a ton of game inside him as he keeps growing. But, it's helped us manage foul situations and fatigue situations and energy situations on the floor. And I think it's a good vibe. He's one of the important pieces of this team.
Oklahoma State's one of the 5 teams you guys played twice.
Yeah.
Did Coach ever explain how they decided that the certain teams that you do draw twice on the schedule, UCF, Oklahoma? Was there any kind of rhyme or reason that they explained putting the schedule together and why they did it?
Yeah, I don't know. If there is, I haven't been a party to it. I think, in general, I think it's pretty safe to say that TV drives a lot, and so I think there's something to that. But beyond that, I'm not sure. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Who's going to Stillwater? You guys are missing out on Stillwater.
I saw that
February?
arena
Come on.
in November. I snuck in November.
I'll be coming
Yeah.
again from Eskimo Joe's.
That's smart, actually. Kind of a fun, old gym, right? It's actually super
I
cool.
didn't realize